Hey guys, so for today we are going to make the best vegetarian sinigang. And you can see here I am preparing my ingredients, which is called mise en place in French, which is a term that means having all your ingredients measured, cut, peeled, sliced, and grated. So mise en place is very important because this makes your cooking very easy and it just puts everything in place. So as you can see, I'm gonna go ahead with the ingredients. I'm chopping some onions, yes, so that knife skills, a lot of onions, probably using like 1.5 onions in this recipe. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut some tomatoes. We love tomatoes. I'm probably using, I think, about 6 tomatoes here. No, I'm using 4 tomatoes, the big red juicy tomatoes. That's very good for the heart. And we're just gonna wedge these tomatoes. And this onions and tomatoes is gonna build our broth so good. And I'm very excited for this one because I love sinigang. And I know some of you guys love sinigang too. Yeah. Okay, we're going to cut some of our eggplants, and I just cut these eggplants like this because I want the eggplants to be cooked very well. So I just cut the eggplants like that, and I'm using like about 2 eggplants, which is very nutritious. And we have here Asian spinach, and I just sliced the spinach like three. This is very rich in protein, which is high in iron. It's gonna help our blood to produce more of the red pigment. And probably 3 inches of ginger, which is very nutritious too. And I know some of you guys don't like ginger, but I love ginger. And some people doesn't like to use ginger in their sinigang, but me specifically, I love ginger. So I'm just gonna cut this ginger in very thin slices so that I could eat it. And this ginger is going to help our broth become more flavorful. Yep. And now we are going to peel our gabi, which is taro, also known as taro. It's very popular ingredient in Southeast Asia. And this is a root crop that is specifically most commonly used in delicacies, but I'm using this for my sinigang, which is gonna add the velvety texture to our broth, and it tastes like potatoes and sweet potatoes combined, but this one has its own characteristics. Trust me, this one has velvety characteristics. So as you guys can see, I'm cleaning, and every time you cook, clean after because it's just gonna make your life easier. And now you can see that I'm going to slice this taro like this and just cut them in small pieces so they're gonna be cooked beautifully. Just like that. Yep. And I am using in this specific recipe is enoki mushrooms. You could use other mushrooms, but I love these mushrooms because this mushrooms tends to have this kind of own characteristics, which is I love. So yeah, I think we are ready to go, guys. Today we are going to cook the best vegetarian sinigang. So I'm gonna start with the ingredients. So we have here onions, ginger, and a lots of tomatoes. I make sure that there's a lot of this because this is definitely gonna affect the flavor. We love a lot of tomatoes. We have gabi or taro. We have spinach and eggplant underneath, and we have enoki mushrooms. We have chili garlic, which is homemade. I made this one. I'm just gonna put a little bit. And we have sinigang, Nor. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by Nor, but if Nor is watching, I am more than welcome to accept your sponsor. As you can see, it's hot, so I'm just gonna put some oil. You wanna make sure that the pot is hot, and you wanna make sure that you use something like this for like a soup broth, which is actually native in the Philippines. So on this one, we are just going to cook all of this and just saute this onions, tomatoes, and ginger, and just make sure that everything is cooked. It's cooking, and I'm going to put a little bit of chili, like this much because we love spicy food. And then I'm just gonna put a little bit of chili, which is gonna add more flavor, and just let this thing cook. So I like to toast this a little bit more because if this is toasted, it brings out more flavor and it makes everything taste better. We love sinigang, and actually sinigang is a native Filipino dish and it's tamarind based, and usually the main ingredient of sinigang is pork, but since we don't like meat that much, we're just gonna use pure vegetables. And we have gabi, which is like a taro, which acts like it thickens the broth, and you can add tofu if you want something protein based, you know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna let that cook. As you can see, everything is just cooking well, and then we're just gonna let that cook for like a little bit more. Just all that juice come out. So I'm gonna put our mix right now, and I'm going to put the mix right now because if we put the mix right now while we're sauteing the tomatoes, onions, and ginger, it's gonna make the whole flavor stronger because we're gonna toast it a little bit. So as you guys can see, I'm using this one. This is Nor, and every Filipino knows this. You can actually use tamarind, like sour tamarind, on this one, but since we are millennials, we like to do things fast. We're gonna use this one. I like to put a lot of tomatoes because at the end, when I eat this one, I can taste the richness of tomatoes. With this specific type of recipe, I love tomatoes. We love flavor, we're gonna use this one. And we love that it's getting a little bit toasty because it's gonna make the flavor stronger. It's gonna be more sour. At this point, it smells like gingery, sweet, and I can smell the onions too, and I can smell the tomatoes. And it's almost as if I cannot see the tomatoes. So at this point, I'm gonna add water, which is Let this boil. Crucial to cook the tomatoes really well because tomatoes can spoil if you don't cook it that much. But this should be good. So as you can see, it's cooking very well and it smells really good. And I'm hungry. We are going to add our gabi. And we're going to add the gabi right now because this takes a little bit longer to cook. So we're just gonna put it there. Just like that. Stir a little bit. And I'm going to try and taste it if it's too sour or it needs a little bit more water. So sinigang, this is a native Filipino dish. Some people love to put pork or bangus, fish, salmon. I grew up eating sinigang all the time, and I'm telling you, if I eat sinigang, I eat a lot. And that's just the way it is. It's cooking really well. And I'm just gonna add a little, probably 2 cups of water in here. I'm just gonna let it boil. Since it's very sour, I'm just gonna add probably 2 cups of water. That should be good, that should be good. So if you want to add tofu, you can actually add tofu in this. But it's since we have too much stuff already, I'm just not gonna add tofu because I think this is good. And Filipinos tend to overcook vegetables, so we are just gonna let it simmer for a little bit. And since we have eggplants here, we need to just let it go for a little bit. You can see I'm just gonna stir it because eggplants take a little bit longer to cook. I'm just gonna let it simmer for 3 minutes. So you guys can see it's cooking. So at this point, eggplants is probably cooked. I'm just gonna put the spinach on top. And the enoki mushrooms, which I love. And just let it simmer again for probably a good 3 minutes. And at this point you can turn it off because we're just gonna let it cook by itself and we don't want to overcook the spinach and the enoki mushrooms. Alright, we are close to eating. So look at this close up because this looks very good. And we love sinigang, and this whole pot is probably gonna last us 2 days. I never get tired of sinigang. I would probably eat sinigang once a week. Taste the broth. I love sinigang so much. It's not too sour, right?
Very yummy, and it has a little kick.
Spicy.
Savory, a little spice.
And it's a little bit thick because of the gabi. Let me try the gabi.
The thing I like most
It tastes fresh.
is that I can actually taste
Which one?
all the the broth, like the vegetable stock, all the ingredients.
I love the gabi. I think the gabi makes it definitely different flavor.
Velvety,
Yes,
creamy.
velvety.
Creamy.